Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a man so still, so controlled that it feels like the world bends around him? Not because he's loud, not because he shows emotion, but because he's become something more, a force. Anime gives us glimpses of these kinds of beings. Characters like Light Yagami, Ayanokoji, Johan Liebert. They move in silence, calculate with precision, and remain emotionally untouchable. These aren't just fictional personalities. They represent something deeper, a blueprint for becoming untouchable in a world that breaks weak minds with feeling. You want strength? Then stop treating emotion like a god and start treating it like a leash. Cut it. Here's how. Point 1. Emotional control is a weapon, not a prison. Most people are slaves to emotion. Joy controls them, sadness breaks them, anger blinds them. But the emotionally detached don't fall into these traps. L, for example, doesn't allow rage to cloud his logic. His mind is still even under pressure. Because he understands a truth the masses ignore. Emotion is reaction, and reaction is weakness in a world built on power. When you kill unnecessary emotion, you take back the steering wheel. You don't get manipulated. You don't get rattled. You move when it's right, not when you feel like it. Point 2. Emotions make you predictable. Every outburst, every breakdown, every smile, it's data. It reveals what gets to you, what controls you, what your weaknesses are. And the people who seek power will always analyze that. Light Yagami understood this. That's why his facade was flawless. Behind the charm and calm, he was dead inside, because being dead inside is sometimes what it takes to rise in a world that feeds off your emotional tells. You want to be unreadable? Kill emotion. Because once they can't predict you, they can't control you. Point 3. Emotion fades, strategy endures. Think about this. How many people ruin years of progress in seconds of emotion? One burst of jealousy, one flash of anger, one wave of fear, and everything they built is gone. But when you operate like Ayanokoji, you remove impulse from the equation. You make choices based on outcome, not mood. And in that state, you become rare. Because now you're building a kingdom brick by brick, while the rest of the world burns down their own thrones with temporary feelings. Point 4. Silence is power, noise is emotion, the world is loud, and most of that noise is emotion bleeding out of people who can't hold their center. But silence? Silence is what the dangerous ones move in. Johan Liebert didn't shout, he whispered, and the whole world listened. You see, when you strip yourself of emotional noise, your energy becomes clean, pure focus, pure dominance. Emotionless doesn't mean empty. It means everything inside you is so still, it terrifies the unstable. Point 5. Emotional death is not numbness, it's mastery. Here's the misunderstanding. People think killing emotion means becoming cold in a broken way. That's not true. What you're actually doing is channeling emotion through command. Like a sword, don't throw it around blindly, you direct it. Light didn't feel guilt, not because he was broken, but because he had transcended the average man's mental limitations. Killing emotion isn't about losing humanity. It's about removing what corrupts your mission. Feel it, study it, cage it, then use it when needed, like a precise weapon. Point 6. Attachments are leverage points. Burn them. Emotion is often rooted in attachment to people, to outcomes, to identity, and every attachment can be used against you. When you study characters like Lelouch or even Goju when he's too emotional, you see their power drop the moment personal bonds take control. If you want to move like a god, you must operate above attachment. Be kind when necessary, but never let connection dictate decision. If it can be used against you, it's a liability. Burn it or cage it. Point 7. The final form. Become the observer. The emotionally detached don't live in reaction. They live in observation. They see everything. The pattern behind the chaos, the weakness in every smile, the danger behind every plea. When you kill your emotion, you don't become less human. You evolve into something above it. You become the one watching while others perform. That's what characters like L achieved. Pure observer state. Cold, analytical, in control. You want freedom? Detach. You want power? Observe. You want to win? Kill your damn emotion. And remember this, in the end, the ones who rule are not the ones who feel the most. They're the ones who master what they feel. The storm inside them is real, but it's locked, caged, disciplined. That's how you walk through fire without blinking. That's how you become unreadable, unshakable, untouchable. Anime shows it. Life demands it. Kill your emotion, or be ruled by it. Your move.